Hello, I'm Jash, and welcome back to another episode of Jash Reads, a series where I read a book. Oh, sorry, I just slight bird drama. Anyways, the series where I read a book cover to cover and discuss it chapter by chapter. But in this instance, we are not reading a book. Instead, we are reading one of my fan fictions called That Part, and that part is a Skyrim Alan Wake 2, not DLC, a Skyrim Alan Wake crossover. So just a few warnings before going ahead and reading this. This is a crossover, so if you don't like crossovers, you can just click off. If you don't like something written in person point of view, flee to the hills. If you don't like, canon, OC pairings, flee, run away, and never return. But if those seem to be right up your alley, yay! Happy to have you. Also, besides being a dramatic reading series, this series is also one where I build stuff in Minecraft, so yeah. And right now we are currently refurbishing an illager mansion. I think it's called like a dark wood mansion for some fucking reason. I know the name, but I just can't fucking think of it right now. So yeah. And yeah, let's see. What to talk about as I build. Yeah. It's nothing I can really think of, honestly. Don't put that out there. Yeah, like... yeah, I can't really think of anything to really talk about, so... I guess we should get started with the dramatic reading. I've finished up the ceiling. I put some lovely bells. Let's see what I ring the other bells. Oh my god. I think I should put some banners on that wall. Let's see. Let's see. Keeper charge, skull charge. Guster. Okay, Guster, let's see, flow time. Now. Okay, we got things all ready. Okay, yeah. Okay, all the cats and everything. Okay, maybe I need to change the position so... Did one of the cats just spawn in there? Hello. Okay, let's get started now. I hope everyone's having a good night. And before I get started reading, just a reminder, I have 4 birds, 2 cockatiels, 2 parakeets. The cockatiels recently had their wings trimmed, and they can still fly because, trimmed. It's just they can't fly as well. as they usually do, but they still try to fly. So during this dramatic reading, just to warn you, I might have to stop everything I'm doing and save their sorry feathery goddamn Chloe, because I love my babies, but sometimes just baby burbs. Okay. Now let's get started. Let me pull that up. And Archive, unlike last time, Archive of Our Own is still up and not going through any maintenance. So, woo! I'm reading it directly from the site this time. Yay! Hang on, just messing with my hair. Getting all distracted. Okay, let's do this shit. Actually, let me check one more thing. Okay. Let's get started on this dramatic reading. And today we are going to continue to read that part, and we're going to read Chapter 2, Dark of the Night. And this chapter is narrated by Jash. I guess I should also have warned about semi-self-insert. It's complicated anyways. I finished yet another bottle of spiced wine as the carriage pulled into Dawnstar. My crest was lying flat against my skull in an attempt to protect me against the bitter cold of the night. Lightning, the last unicorn in existence, and my loyal mount, followed the carriage as though it was freezing. Serena was seated against me, and of course she didn't feel the weather like I did. While I was more than proud of being a Saxleal, the night my cold blood did nothing to help me. If we weren't about to arrive in the snow-ridden town, then I would be drinking skooma. Not only would it keep me warm, it would make the fear in my mind fade for a short time. In other words, it would allow me to think. Oh god, Freya's like, drugs are bad. She's going into full speed. Anyways, sorry. After I jumped off the carriage, I gave the driver some gold for a room. Then I prepared to mount Lightning, but was stopped by a subtle glance from Serena. You'll ride my reindeer if you need a mount, I told her, though I knew that wasn't what her glance referred to. Oh, are you okay, guys? Okay, sorry, I have to... Okay, hang on, I have to check where Mobius is. Okay, Mobius is fine. Everyone's fine, sorry. Oh, this is great. They weren't interrupting while I was reading Animorphs earlier, but fuck it. Anyways. You'll ride my reindeer if you need a mount, I told her, though I knew that wasn't what her glance referred to. You're freezing, Jash, Serena said. Once we get past Dawnstar, I'll start drinking skooma. I know you want to get to Scout's many marshes, but you won't help him if you've frozen to death. Not for the vampire being an egg sister, I would have discarded her advice, even though my scales felt like they were about to fall off and shatter like glass. I didn't care. If Scouts died because I delayed, I would never forgive myself. What if he was dead by morning? Scouts might not have much time, I hissed. These next few moments might be crucial in saving him. And he might be dead, Serena pointed out. You might be risking your life for someone that can't be saved. Ours is to save him, I screamed in gel. Hang on a sec. As the anger passed through my body like the tide, I felt myself grow calm. I hated the idea of waiting, but Serena had a point. She wouldn't have suggested delaying Scout's rescue if she thought racing to him now would save my husband. You are right, Egg Sister, I said, and Lightning walked away. Let's warm up at the Wind Peak Inn until dawn, Serena said, and we walked side by side. Fuck. Sorry. Yeah. As we walked the short distance to the inn, I thought back on the conversation with Babette in Solitude. The vampire was hundreds of years old and trapped forever as a small child. As a member of the Dark Brotherhood, she loved using that disguise for personal fun and contracts. Who would think to not trust a scared child? The first time I had seen her, my soul had sunk deeper ever into myself. I hadn't yet truly accepted myself back then and was terrified of how evil could fester in the young. In Solitude, she had endured the sun to tell me about Scouts being captured. She had informed me of where and who had taken my husband. Lokir, a Dark Brotherhood initiate I had thought dim-witted, had kidnapped my husband and taken him to Frostflow Lighthouse. The lighthouse was close to Dawnstar, hence taken a carriage from Solitude to help speed up the journey. Babette had also informed me that the Brotherhood needed more potions of sobriety. It was a potion I had made to make sure Scouts never had to endure a drunk and high husband. While traveling through Skyrim, I needed help surviving, so I drank heavily and consumed the highly addictive skooma. The potion had a bad side effect that made it more than useful to the Dark Brotherhood. A side effect that made me create a unique scent to differentiate my creation from another's. It was hard to get chokeberries, and so was unlikely anyone could recreate that scent. Not that I used actual chokeberries in anything but poisoned apples. The deadly side effect had been discovered on accident. Once I had found that if one took a potion of sobriety and then took a sip of wine less than a week after, that person would die. Or, if they didn't die, they would be in intense pain. Pain that made the Brotherhood very happy. After dealing with Lokir, I would brew a few more potions of sobriety purely for the Brotherhood. I would give any extra to alchemist shopkeepers that had earned my trust. There were many alchemists who had tried to reproduce my own potion with little success, yet there was still a market. Thane! The rings shouted, and a few patrons turned to look at the nearly frozen Saxleal. It's good to see you again. Will you be singing? I need to save my strength, I replied with a sad smile. Another time I'll sing for you, but for now I'll take a room and some ale. Of course. He wouldn't ask me why I was here for his sanity. I had saved Skyrim, but there were rumors about my darker dealings. Dealings that saw me entering a mysterious store and slaughtering anyone for some coin. Okay, hang on. Okay, screen went black for half a second. Anyways, let me start that paragraph again. Hello, little kitties. They love me. Anyway, he wouldn't ask me why I was here for his sanity. I had saved Skyrim, but there were rumors about my darker dealings. Dealings that saw me entering a mysterious door and slaughtering anyone for some coin. Coin I didn't need as I was rich enough. That's why the Dryskins turned to look at me with distrust in their eyes. Though that could also be because my race, the ancient and proud Saxleal, were distrusted by the majority of Dryskins and Khajiit. I could never be certain from where hatred for me came from. Just that I deserved it a lot of the time. Serena and I were silent until we were behind a shut door with a cool ale to drink. There was one bed which may or may not be used this night. I didn't feel like sleep would come to me, and my egg sister would make sure that I didn't try to make an escape before dawn. It's strange, Serena said as we began to drink. What is? I asked in gel due to sheer exhaustion and was glad that my egg sister knew me well enough to understand my words. The Dark Brotherhood are a faction of ruthless assassins, so why do they make sure a lighthouse keeps running? I was the one to make that decision, I said in the common tongue so she would understand me better. I came across a tragic scene of a family destroyed by the Falmer. When the Dark Brotherhood moved, I decided to make sure Frostflow Lighthouse always has a fire burning. It was the least I could do to honor the Dryskins' memories. My thoughts of the murdered Dryskin family quickly turned to those of Lokir. Lokir, the Dark Brotherhood initiate. One of the many it was my duty to help grow into his greatness. Yet he betrayed me in the worst way possible. He had thought, foolishly, that I was lying about my love for Scout's many marshes. It was easy to see how that mindset could foster in the young, as I was the listener of the Dark Brotherhood. I killed for no other reason than it brought me pleasure. But no matter the justification for the foolish mindset, those of the Dark Brotherhood should know better than to assume, than to take actions that could ruin my plans. Lokir had been with the Brotherhood for years, and yet had never learned his place. Had never learned to truly listen to me. Had never truly learned to think before acting. And so Lokir had kidnapped scouts with the thought that I needed my husband out of the way so I could sit beside Elisif. He probably thought that one day I would kill her when she outlived her uses. You want to kill Lokir, Serena said, and I nodded in reply. But what about the tenets of the Dark Brotherhood? You mean the one about not killing one of my brothers or sisters? I asked, and it was her turn to nod in reply. Lokir harmed, possibly killed scouts. Harming scouts is an attack on myself, the listener of the Dark Brotherhood. So what Lokir has done has removed him from the Brotherhood. When I kill him, I won't be killing a member of the Brotherhood. I'll be killing a Nord. And that's it for that chapter. Yay! Hang on. Doop, 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 doop. Oh, okay. Actually, let me let me get the chat back on since we're going to be chatting about the chapter. Okay. No one said anything, so just wanted to, double check. So, actually, before we get started about the chapter, let's see. Oh, I need a loom. Okay, I'm going to be putting banners up there, so. probably panic in a few minutes, but anyways, yeah. So, let's see, I think in a future chapter we'll be going over how I named this fic. I can't talk about that now. Let's see, where the fuck is going on? I'm going right by it. Continues. There's a little bookshelf. Let's do this. Can't talk about the whole naming of the fic, so let's talk about the naming of the chapter. So the chapter is named after a song from the DreamWorks movie Anastasia, you know, taking the whole myth around Anastasia and, you know, playing off of that. Let's see. Look up die now. So that's where that chapter title came from. I think I was listening to like someone doing a cover of the song, I forget who. And so I was listening to that a bunch of the time, and I can't remember if that was the original name of the title or not. Because I'm honestly fucking terrible at coming up with names. So this might have been a case of me trying to read so I'm terrible at titles, so sometimes what I'll do is I'll have the title be one thing, you know, while outlining, like, okay, here's something, because I know I'll probably be renaming it. I can rename it in the future. So yeah, I think that's what happened. I outlined it, then later on I just renamed it. And I was like, hey, I'm listening to this song about a million fucking times. Then, something like I would definitely say, you know, slightly embarrassing. Here it goes. Maybe it doesn't go that way. Is that, so by the time I started outlining, I can't remember if I was beginning my second playthrough of Skyrim or not, but in any case, I had totally forgotten that in the game, like in the very, very beginning, you know, you're in that infamous car ride. Not car ride, yeah, there's cars in Skyrim. When you're in the cart, you know, there's a horse thief. And it had totally left my mind that that horse thief was named Lokir. Like, I think it was honestly, I realized that sometime after I had written the chapter. I think I might have come across like a theory about Lokir. I was like, Lokir, that's a, oh, did not mean to. So I just want to say that me naming the initiate Lokir was in no way an actual reference to the character from Skyrim. It's a coincidence. The reason I chose Lokir as a name was because I wanted something like Loki. I wanted something that was both, seemed Nordic, was a good Nord name. And I also like the name Loki. So, ta-da, we got Lokir. I accidentally forgot that it was a actual name. Of an actual canonical character. So, yeah. And let's see what else. Yeah, the potion of sobriety. I forget when that entered the outline, but yeah. It actually is something that I decided to put in the chapter because it's actually something that does become important later in the fic. So I was like, let's introduce this now so, it doesn't come out of nowhere later on. So. And finally, I guess, not Loki. I was gonna go off about Loki again, wasn't I? Goddamn. About, let's see. Oh yeah, Frostflow Lighthouse. So as, Skyrim isn't a horror game. It's a fantasy action adventure. A nice little power fantasy. That's the whole thing. It's a nice little power fantasy. Look at, I'm so fucking powerful. I'm kicking this thing's ass, that thing's ass. But there are some honestly really big horror moments in the game, and Frostflow Lighthouse is one of the scariest places in the game for me. Hands down, it was. Because let me set the scene up for how I arrived at the lighthouse. So I do survival mode. And it was getting cold out, so I'm like, oh, let's find somewhere to heat up. I can't remember if I was also trying to find a place to sleep. So, in any case, I found that there. I was like, oh, nice little place to warm up. That was great sound from the game. Really set the mood there. So, I go in, just like, hey, this is going to be good. I'll be able to warm up, and a big murder seemed to have happened there. And, there was this scratching sound. It was creepy as shit, and since an enemy was close by, I couldn't go to sleep, so I couldn't just avoid this noise. I was like, oh, I just wanted a nice little place to rest. Instead, I got, ugh. So I go down. So you go. Eventually, you go down to explore what happened. I was like, I just want to kill the fucker so I can go to sleep. And God. So you keep on going down, fighting Falmer, yada yada, and suddenly you run into these I don't know how to pronounce it, choruses, like these insect bug-like creatures. And the whole nest. And I'm used to like killing some. What I'm not used to is, at least before that point, was them exploding, you know, like the chest burster from Aliens. Yeah, like that. It's horrifying. And like the explosion there, it's God. So yeah, so in this fic I've gone with the idea that to honor those fallen, Jash has actually made it so that the Dark Brotherhood, you know, continually keeps Frostflow Lighthouse operational. Cause yeah, it was just one of the most terrifying moments I have ever had in Skyrim was that. So with that, I'll leave a question for today's little video. Tell me your scariest moment in Skyrim. Like the one that just scared the fuck out of you, and you know, no matter how many years you live on this damned earth, you'll always keep on thinking back to it. Please comment down below. Also remember to like and subscribe. And yeah, I'm about to, you know, read the links. And before I do, I'm going to do the usual warning of, hey, some of these links will be Amazon associate links. Which means if you buy a product via those links, you don't only support the original creators, but you also support me. It was awesome. Okay, let me go with the carpeting plan from down here. A little purple. Okay, over here. Okay, yeah, it's definitely purple. I was like, is it magenta now? No, this is purple. Okay. So, the first link. Gone. Let me close out that. Don't need that any longer. The first link. Okay. Oh, sorry. I tried to close out something else. Didn't. Anyways, let me get rid of this notification. Okay, now I'm ready, folks. Now I'm ready. So, the first link will be to my fic, That Part. While I did write the fic, you know, I'm not a professional voice actor. I know that surprises so many of you. Oh my God, Josh, you aren't a professional? OMG. But, you know, while I try to bring them to life, and I, you know, again, am extremely knowledgeable at the characters at this point, yeah. I might fail a little bit here and there. But, you know, you should check it out. I believe you can subscribe to fics. So, you know, subscribe so you can keep up to date with the releases. which way do I want to go about here? Oh shit. I forgot this area. I think. Now the next... Oh yeah. God, before I forget, as I clearly already did, so do fucking like there, is if you are watching this live on Twitch sometime after I am finished with this stream, I will have these links in the description. If you are watching this on the YouTubes, no worry, the links are already in the description. Anyways. The next link, like this stream has been a fucking disaster. If you're still here, thank you. You have the patience of a goddamn saint. Anyways, the next link is to your very own copy of Skyrim. The game is addictive. I remember starting to play it last year. I was like, hey, I think I can, just play this casually. Maybe I'll play it a little bit, and maybe I'll grow bored, maybe I won't. But it became crystal clear to me that I could not play that casually. Nope. Maybe some people with greater self-control could, but not me. And I'm currently doing 2 streams of the game. One is no commentary and is my original playthrough, and the other is a commentary and my second playthrough. The first playthrough I'm an Argonian, the second one I am a Khajiit. Maybe in the future I'll have a playthrough where I do play one of the humanoid races, either man or mer. But I'm like, I'm human in real life, and, I know what it's like to be human. I just want to see myself being a cat, going all around Skyrim, doing crimes, eating people. And the next link is to Alan Wake 2. Now, I have not yet played the game, but I'm linking it here because Alex Casey is the second point of view in the fic, and he's from Alan Wake 2, and... What are you doing there, you fucker? Plus Alan Wake's 2 storyline does play a big part in the fic, so yeah. Currently, Alan Wake 2 is on my 2 playlist. But I want to play it after I've, caught up. The original plan was to play the Remedy Connected Universe in chronological order. But, long story short, I might have already talked about this. I ended up playing Control first. So, when I got back to the Remedyverse after finishing Control, because then after Control I played another run of Disco Elysium, probably my favorite game of all time. And once I got back to the Remedyverse, I played Alan Wake, and I just recently finished playing the DLC, and now I'm going to play Alan Wake's American Nightmare, and once I'm finished with that shit, I am finally going to be playing Alan Wake 2. And when I play Alan Wake 2, I'm going to be playing it twice because from all accounts the new game plus is, you know, essential to the game. So, but I might actually take a break from Alan Wake 2, you know, before I play the new game plus mode. But, you know, we'll just have to see how that goes. But anyways, while I haven't played it, it's on my 2 playlists, so, you know, I highly recommend it. Because Remedy has not let me down so far. Okay, the next link is to my Twitter account where we can talk about all things Remedy and Skyrim related. Yeah, it's... You know, so if you want to talk about those nerdy topics to me, please do. Just like, what's your favorite playable race? You know, what's your favorite side quests? What are your vast theories to try to explain the Remedy connected universe? I think, yeah, when I was doing the stream for the first Alan Wake game, I kept on rambling on about fucking Thomas Zane because, God, is that ever a goddamn rabbit hole. And if you're not yet into the Remedy connected universe, don't look up about everything about Thomas Zane because, woo, that's a rabbit hole you go down and you never wake up from. Jeez. I look it. Okay, and of course, I just don't dabble in Skyrim and the Remedy connected universe, so if you have... Oh, it goes up again. No, I'm not getting distracted. I'm not getting distracted. Whee! Look at me and me not getting distracted. What ADD? Woo! Yeah, if you have any other host of nerdy topics, I am a big-ass horror hound, so... Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm Jashkins on Twitter. You know, hit me up there. Talk with me. Let's... Let's see, and the next link is to my Patreon. Yeah! And my Patreon helps support these streams, these dramatic readings, every crazy-ass thing I'm doing on my blog, the books I'm releasing. So, you know, definitely if you have been a fan of mine for a while, and you want to know how to... I was like wondering where that was from. I was like, oh yeah, that was the ceiling I chose. Anyways. Yeah, so if you've been a fan for a while and you want to financially support me, that is the way to go. And I have 2 tiers. $1 tier where you get to see my latest Redbubble designs before I release them. Get to see those before anyone else. And my $5 tier is where you get to see the cover reveals of my latest books before anyone else. Woo! And I am working on my latest Redbubble design collection. And I need to work on the next design some more because should have worked on it last night, but last night I was dead fucking tired. Yeah. And the final link, dun dun dun, is to my original book series, Kafka's Men, which I'm publishing on Amazon under the name Jash Kolze, KOL-ZE. And the book is a slow-burning reverse harem series. And by slow burning, I mean glaciers move faster. So if you like your slow burn extra slow, you're probably going to enjoy it. Because yeah, slow burn. It's also a grimdark superhero series, so you got some lovely romance, some lovely angst, and some body horror, so you know, yay! And I'm nearly finished writing the 8th book in the series. Finally on the final chapter of the book. So I should be finishing writing maybe within a month or so, possibly. And then, you know, the whole editing, then formatting, let's see, and then making the cover, and then finally putting it out for pre-order. So, yay! I'm going up in the world. Woo! And that will be it for the links, so you know, check those out. You know, help support me in all my endeavors. And I'm just going to finish doing some stuff here, and then we will end the stream. Yeah. Yesterday I was basically running on fumes. My body had decided, oh, I'm going to be super anxious and not let you sleep. You know, you need to be up. The world might end. Who knows? And of course, when I was out and about, you know, I couldn't just go to sleep. That's when my body's like, hey, you know what I was saying about panicking? You know, you should really get some sleep. It's like, really? And to keep myself awake for everything I needed to do, by the time I actually could get to bed, I had bad acid reflux. It was horrible. The duck. Ooh. Oh, I meant to do the sword, not the egg. Not the egg. Yeah, these rare little spawns. So when I found this, I was originally going to explore and go somewhere else, but I saw this, I'm like, yeah, I need to renovate all of this. I'm hungry. Yeah, I should have the salad. Nice, had a nice little, not egg salad, but nice little salad yesterday at Publix, so I think I'm getting that. Okay, I'm going to regret this, but... Oh, shit! Okay. There's water up there. Oh shit! That was really bad. Okay. I need to put this. Oh shit. Wrong one. Let's patch this back up because by the time I do the next Jash Reads, I will have forgotten completely. Okay, patch that up. No one notices anything. Good as new. I just saw that drip and I was like, it's either rain or it's a lake up there, so. Yeah. So, yeah. At least we got that discovered. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Thank you everyone who got up to this point because I sure fucking rambled a lot. This video was a disaster. I kept on getting distracted. Everything was happening. The world possibly ended. So, thank you everyone who's reached this point. And until next time,